Let's begin with a sunscreen. You guys know how much I love applying sunscreen throughout the year and especially during summers to protect my skin from harsh sun rays. So I'll be using this Mamaearth Hydrogel Indian sunscreen. This has aloe vera and raspberry. Aloe vera soothes the skin and effectively fights dryness by providing natural hydration. On the other side, raspberry protects the skin from sun damage and keeps it healthy and rejuvenated. This also has glycerin, which is an amazing ingredient to keep our skin moisturized throughout the day. This has SPF of 50. This protects from UVA and UVB rays, keeps my skin very hydrated, and also this is free from silicons and parabens, and this is for all skin type. No matter what kind of skin you have, you can use this sunscreen. This is very lightweight, leaves no white cast and doesn't pill, so it's very comfortable to wear underneath your makeup, without your makeup. It's very beautiful sunscreen. I also do have Mamaearth's ultralight Indian sunscreen with carrot seed and turmeric. This is again a very beautiful sunscreen, and you wanna apply sunscreen on all those area which is like exposed to sun. So I'll be applying this on my hands. Carrot seed oil is an excellent moisturizer as well as a sun protectant. Turmeric makes this sunscreen ideal for Indian summers. I love both these products from Mamaearth. Mamaearth is a plastic positive brand and all their products are chemical free and all natural. And also they have started an amazing initiative that every time you buy from them, they will link your order to a website to plant a tree. So they are planning to plant 1 million trees by the year of 2025, which is an amazing initiative, and I totally support that. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys to try these sunscreen and wear sunscreen especially during summers to protect your skin. All the product details and the links will be mentioned in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. Now that my skin is nicely moisturized, let's move on to the next step. I'll be showing you guys how you can actually cover the pigmentation on your face. First is the pigmentation around our mouth, which is generally called as hyperpigmentation that we brown girls have, and also the pigmentation around our eyes, which is dark circles. I'll be showing you how you can actually cover these pigmentations by using minimal amount of product, because we can't apply a lot of amount of product on those areas, because these are the areas which tends to crease very quickly. So the least amount of product we'll be using. So I'll be using a primer, which is a color correcting primer. Use any primer which has orange tint to it, because orange cancels out the darkness. This primer is really good for cancelling out the darkness. You can use any orange color corrector or a peachy toned concealer for that purpose, but I like to use this primer because this is very lightweight and the pigmentation is also not very strong. So when you apply your foundation or concealer on top of this, your foundation or concealer doesn't turn orange, and that's why I really like this. This also makes my skin very smooth, so the concealer or foundation, whatever I am applying on top of this, everything sits very beautifully on top of this. And as you can clearly see on the areas where I have applied this primer, like especially around my mouth, the darkness is already a little toned down as compared to the other half of my face. So the orange color corrector is perfect for cancelling out the darkness. So I'll be applying this just on those areas where I have darkness, like around my mouth and now around my eyes. You can use your finger, that way your primers applies the best. With the warmth of your hand, everything melts very beautifully. After color correcting my skin, I will be applying a concealer. You want to use a concealer which is of your skin tone or a little bit darker than that. This concealer is very close to my skin tone, so do not apply a concealer which is very light than your skin tone. Always use a concealer which is very close to your skin tone and that also has a peachy undertone. This concealer has a peachy undertone that again cancels out the darkness. So once that is applied, I'll be using a brush to blend the concealer so that I get good coverage there with minimal amount of product. If I use a beauty blender, the beauty blender will take away all the coverage, and that's not what I want. I want to cover up and cancel out this hyperpigmentation and dark circles, and that's why I firstly use a brush, and you can clearly see the hyperpigmentation around my mouth. It is completely covered, there's no trace of that darkness over there, and you can see we have used very less amount of product. So firstly, let's just use a brush to apply and just blend everything very nicely, and then once that is nicely applied, I will be using a damp beauty blender to soften everything up very nicely, so that everything looks very nicely blended and seamless. There's no harsh lines or brush strokes. All the products that I'll be using in this video will be mentioned in the description box below alongside with their links. So if you want to check that out, just go ahead and check the description box out for the details. Now you can see side by side there's a huge difference. The side where I've applied the concealer is like looking very natural. It's not like that we applied a lot of amount of product. Still there's a huge difference. Now I'm just gonna set my under eyes in the area where I've applied the products so that it doesn't crease, because this area tends to crease very quickly. So just very little amount of product would just prevent those crease lines. I'll be doing the same steps on the other half of my face as well. You can see the difference clearly. So I'll be just applying the primer, my concealer, blending it out with the help of a brush, then the help of a beauty blender, and then just setting it with a powder. All these steps you want to follow. These are very small little steps, very less amount of products. It's very easy to follow to get this flawless looking skin, very natural. So yeah, highly recommend you guys to follow these steps. You can use a product which works for you, any kind of concealer that works for you, or a color corrector, but I would really recommend you guys to follow these steps and let me know if this worked out for you. This works great for me, and this looks absolutely very natural and stunning. So I really hope you guys found this video helpful and also enjoyed watching this. If you did, then make sure to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay at home. I love you guys all so much. Bye.